Hello, visuals that. What a horrible way to start a video. I think I just brought up a kidney. Hi, visuals. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Pokemon Thursday, the day of the week where we talk about when did you lose or get your wisdom teeth. We don't really talk about that. I don't know why I mentioned that. I think because I put the tongue at the back of my mouth and I'm like, ooh. Wisdom teeth. What the fuck am I on about? I really understand why most people would go to actual proper PokeTubers, because you don't have to deal with this fat moron just randomly spout shit about shit. Not that Pokemon shit, it's just the way I talk about it makes it sound shit. Just like fat fuck Pokemon battles favorites. Haha. We are doing another favorite. What do we call these? A favorite type list. Favorite Pokemon of a certain type. I always want to write in the comment, the description, be like, I'll continue in the series of our favorite typed, our favorite. I don't know how you word it. Our favorite Pokemon for every type. Is that right? Is that the right way of saying it? It sounds right. And usually, if I'm confused by it, it is right, because my little monkey brain can't compute with normal smart people shit. I think that's right. What did I even say? I can't remember what I said now. I'm so dumb. Yes, we are going to carry on with our little mini-series, partly because I fucking love it. I've so enjoyed doing this series and actually getting a little bit of interaction. You know, James coming in, other people coming in and saying, oh, suggest this. I do apologise. If you've been on the last one, which would have been the dark type one, and you've commented on that one saying do this type next, it's because that video hasn't even gone live yet at the time of recording, and I'm already doing the steel episode. So I need to work out a way where I can actually maybe let it all get up to date and people can start commenting and saying which type to do next. Obviously, there's only a certain amount, but we are going to run out eventually. So yeah, I think I should maybe upload this video. Then we'll let it get up to that. Whatever we'll do, we'll explain it. So sorry if you've commented saying, do fucking Dragon or Ice next, and I'm sat there going, my favourite fairy type. I haven't ignored you, I'm sorry. It's just because I record 2 weeks in advance just because of work life and crazy normal person life. So I've always got backups in case I can't record for whatever reason. Why am I explaining all this and not just talking about cool steel type Pokemon? Steel type, what the fuck, I'm doing a lot of fucking this today, aren't I? How many times have I said fucking shit? I'll never be able to monetize on YouTube, will I? I'll never get the views for monetization, so we're kind of okay. You want to use that as a real thing, by the way. Quick side tangent. I'm so bad at these. I always think it's okay. I could say what I want and do what I want on camera, because in my head it will never ever be like, you know, thousands upon thousands of views. And one day, I mean, it'd be awesome if we did get up there one day, but one day it's going to actually probably bite me in the ass, isn't it? When that one video actually does blow up and a couple of thousand people watch it, maybe potentially, and they'll be like, oh my God, and they get cancelled. I don't think you can really cancel me. I'm too dumb. Let's talk about steel type Pokemon. No more side tangents. We're going to go for one of the early types to be added to the world of Pokemon. We had our original Gen 1 types and Gen 2 come in, and we got the addition of Steel and Dark types. We're going to take a look. We've already done Dark. We're going to take a look at Steel now. A really cool type, a type that I fell in love with, I think, pretty much straight away. It's probably one of my favourite types. I do really enjoy it. So yeah, the steel typing. Let me know your favourite steel type Pokemon in the comments below as well, please. And I think that's about it. I know we actually need to. I was gonna start going off into an outro there. What a fucking moron. Here are my 10 favourite steel type Pokemon of all time. And like I said, please let me know yours in the comments below. And also in the comments below, let me know which type we should do next. It is off at number 10. I think this Pokemon, it's Lucario. I think he'll be on a lot of people's lists, but I also think he'll be a lot higher for a lot of other people. I do really like Lucario. I think Lucario is a badass Pokemon, but I've never fallen in love with Lucario as much as the rest of the world of Pokemon and stuff have. He's a massive fan favourite to a lot of people, and I can see why. He's awesome. Fighting steel, great design, great concept. Mega Evolution looks amazing. I've always really liked him. I've just never really massively been in love with him. Just, I love you, not I love you, but he still makes my list. He's a beast of a Pokemon. He's super duper powerful, learns some great moves. Design wise is amazing. He had a cool little arc in the X and Y stuff, of course, as well in the games, being the first Pokemon that you really interact with a Mega Evolution and whatnot with. But Lucario, badass, plus the fact that he's designed a little bit kind of like Anubis, the god of the underworld, one of my favourite Egyptian gods. Looks great, cool bad boy, but he's, you know, just not one of my faves. Number 9, Corviknight. I know this is a bit of a cop-out because I'm fairly certain, I should know this because it was my list, fairly certain I used Corviknight in my flying type list and I'm using him again, but I can't help it. I do just love that big birded, steely bird, dick bird head, whatever. He just looks so badass and so cool. And he's one of the Pokemon that when we got Sword and Shield that I did fall in love with. I think it was such a great design, a great concept. What a great regional bird. Get away from, you know, more of the normal flying stuff. We'll just go straight in with flying in steel. Looks so cool. The whole evolutionary line's amazing, to be fair. I like the whole lot. This story behind his design and everything, being, you know, a knight, old England and whatnot, kind of carry on. Even the story that we get with him now with what's her name? The new little fairy dickhead with the hammer in Pokemon Scarlet Violet to add that element into it as well. Even though it's not good for Corviknight, but just to keep his little in-game lore going on, it's quite fun. But cool design, great regional bird, super handy. One of the first Pokemon for me to use on a Sword and Shield team. Beautiful bugger. And again from Sword and Shield, it's Duraludon, a Pokemon that confused me, baffled my brain a little bit in terms of design when I first saw it. I thought, that's a bit funky looking, the way his mouth opens and the weird indents in the hands and shit. But a Pokemon I fell in love with it even more. I don't know why. It reminds me of some sort of stationary, a bit of stationary equipment. Stationary. I don't know. I see him on a desk, you got your pencils and your paper clips and whatnot. I feel like he'd have something to do with there, like a hole punch or some shit. And I don't know why, because he's not. But in my head, I always like, oh, it's like a hole punch guy. If, you know, if I had a little office, I'd have a little Duraludon just chilling, having no stationary relevance. But I've added you there because I'm gone in the head. But a cool dragon Pokemon, a cool steel Pokemon. The more I saw it, the more I fell in love with the design. I've used it on a couple of teams in my reruns of Sword and Shield and stuff. I think he's a badass. It looks cool. He turns into a giant fucking tower as well. Big like skyscraper. What's not to love? Iron Treads, a very, very, very new Pokemon. In fact, the newest wave of Pokemon we've got from Scarlet Violet. But another Paradox Pokemon. And it's the side of the Paradox stuff that I'm confused by. Because I know there's been a lot of theories out there. Paradox Pokemon, are they... you know, they're just what if futures, are they dystopia futures, and they're not real. You know, I always see them, and I think most people, as it stands, see them as past and future, but there's theories saying it might not be past. But whatever. I was always the future, as I'm going to call it for lack of a better word, Paradox Pokemon, always baffled me because I'm like, so did the biological Pokemon Donphan go out of existence? Did it die and then this come up as a carbon copy? How does this work? They fairly freak me out, but I really love Donphan. Donphan is one of my favourite Pokemon. He's definitely top 20 without a shadow of a doubt. I love Donphan. And to get an extra bit of love, for Donphan in this form, I think it's so great. Plus, I kind of like the stupid face that it has, where it's kind of like... No, you can get their masks and like it will move over. I'm sure like DJs now have them, like words will come across or different faces will pop up and that. It's kind of like one of them faces, but I love it. And I'm not a huge Future Form Paradox fan, but I do love this. It's so dumb and extremely smooth, and I kind of want to make it into a ball and kick it, but it'll be really hard and metally and steely and shenanigans. But I love me some Donphan, and I love me some Iron Treads. And that's kind of a cool name as well. Iron Treads. Sounds like a tank. Another beast who I think will be in a lot of people's list for steel types, but it's Metagross. The big reason for this is because he's Steven's ace, and I love Steven as a champion, and I love Steven as a character. I thought Steven was fantastic from the Generation 3 games and whatnot, and I love him with his Metagross, even the Omega stuff when he sends Metagross out, Mega Evolution and whatnot. And I just think Metagross looks great, cool design, Psychic Steel, the whole evolutionary thing to go forward, anyway, Beldum, Metang and stuff. The fact that Metagross is like Metang's, you know, fused together. It's basically a supercomputer. It's menacing. It's badass. It has that. It does have that Pokemon-y feel that I say a lot on the channel. If you're new to the channel, you know what that means. Long story, but regular viewers will know what that means when I say it. But at the same time, it doesn't. It has, I don't know, I've always been enamored by the design and the look, and the shiny looks great. I've always been like, you do look like a proper Pokemon, but a little bit different. Like, I could see him being a future Paradox Pokemon of somebody. if that makes sense. Like, he has that look, but there's still a little bit about him, but it's not like a little bit like, oh, what the fuck? Like, not like a Klefki, but like I'm curious about you and I really fucking like you. It sounds like I'm fancying him and I want to take him on a date. But he looks great and he is amazing, and Metagross just a G. And sticking in Hoenn, we've got Aggron. I fucking love me some Aggron. Mostly because, to me, I see an armoured dinosaur. I see a dinosaur in armour in the way he stands with his armour plates. Again, Steven having one on his team was always a big thing for me because, you know, like I've just said, I love Steven. I thought he was a great champion. I thought he was a great character. But Aggron, I've ran through the Hoenn game so many times and I used the Aaron line. All of them, all Larion and Aggron, all of them absolutely fantastic. The Mega Evolution looking a lot fatter and a bit beefier and, you know, whatnot. So cool. I granted, there's a lot that fucks this up, you know, being the rock steel type, and it gets messed around by a hell of a lot. But I've always seen it as this big unit, badass, beautiful, menacing dinosaur that would just charge shit down. And I have a big bias to it because I love dinosaurs and whatnot, which you'll see again when we carry on the list. But I think from design to, even though it's, like I said to you, it's quite weak, but the typings, I love rock types, and I love steel types, they're cool as fuck. And everything that goes with it, super badass, super cool. And yes, that Pokemon-y Pokemon feel. Ground shield form of Zamazenta. I love me some defense because it's my favourite position on the football pitch, and I love me some dog action. Fucking awesome. You chuck them two in a combo, we get crowned shield form of Zamazenta. Just fucking epic. And I was Team Zamazenta anyway out of the two. Zacian, he always seemed to be on the least favourite side of stuff. I don't know why, you know, I'd be like, you know, gold and silver. I think most people prefer silver and Lugia and whatnot. But I'm like Team Gold and Ho and shit. Same with this. I know most people prefer Zacian. But I love me some Zamazenta. Like, I'm again, another massive bias tree because I'm such a huge dog fan. Big, massive wolf fan. I love me some. Why do I keep saying I love me? I love me some. I never say that, but I'm saying it now all of a sudden. Great legendary, but even between the two of them, Zacian and Zamazenta, great duo story line going on. What they got going on there, but it looks fantastic. I remember the big reveal trailer. You know, we see we're in the woods and whatnot. Zacian comes jumping out, and Zamazenta's there with his shield breaking apart and whatnot. And just thinking, this is a fantastic design legendary, fantastic design Pokemon, awesome Pokemon all round. Big old steely boy with his big shield. Fucking love him. And sticking with the dinosaur theme, Bastiodon. Bastiodon, but I've always said Bastiodon. And maybe I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I've always said it that way. But this guy is amazing. Again, the rock steel type is beautiful. Being a fossil type, absolutely love it. Being a dinosaur, amazing. Why else do I love it? I've said it before in plenty of other videos, but it's the derp factor, the derpy factor, the fact that so many different pictures of a Bastiodon look so derpy and dumb. It's beautiful. And this one really does feel like a prehistoric creature come to life in the world of Pokemon. There's loads of Pokemon obviously feel like that, but this like same with Tyrantrum. Tyrantrum, yeah, the T-Rex. That's it. What did I say his name wrong? Fuck it, we're not on about him anyway. But he has a literal prehistoric look to him, and I always chose him over Cranidos. Even though I do like Cranidos, awesome, amazing, but Bastiodon's just this derpy, big motherfucker with a big fucking head that's just ready to pow shit down. I love him. Number 2 is Scizor. I had to add this bagger to the list. Well, he is a bug. This bugger to the list, and I had to have him high up there. What an awesome Pokemon. One of the first steel Pokemon added to the world of Pokemon. And an evolution on a already beloved Pokemon. Cypher, great, fantastic, amazing Pokemon. OG Pokemon, legendary Pokemon. Legendary in terms of, you know, legendary status, not being a legendary Pokemon. Design is fantastic. Shiny design's amazing. Chucking that steel type in over the bug aspect. Keeping the claws and all that things and the wings. The Mega Evolution looking friggin' great. Being so badass and powerful and amazing. Making him feel even more special that when the games come out and you have to trade him holding the Metal Claw. It's just so cool. And it just, again, sorry, gonna say it. Pokemon-y Pokemon feel. Beautiful bastard. Big red steel bug. I fucking love him. Finally, it is Steelix again, joining Scissor from being from the Johto region. Another way trade method, hold an item, all that carry on, whatnot. Way to go off to add to an already iconic legendary Pokemon Steelix, Onyx, sorry, and taking it forward that way. But this bad boy just looks insane. He looks so great. I've used Steelix countless times on different teams. What an amazing, amazing design he's got. What a fucking beautiful Mega Evolution design he's got. This big dumb jaw just fucking ready to rock and roll. He's so cool. He's so amazing. And the gaps in the teeth, the old artwork. I'm massively in love with this Pokemon as well because a lot of the old artwork stuff. I look at Steelix, I remember the first cards he was on. The artwork you'd see in the gold and silver guidebook. The way you'd see him in the old anime and shit like that. He was just so cool and he was so amazing. And just basically getting on X, a Pokemon that's already really cool, and just chuck shitloads of fucking steel over and be like, that's your boy now. That's your Onyx, but now he's a steely bad boy. Steelix is just so cool. There we have it, visuals. I tried to make this a little bit shorter because I think the dark typing, or was it dark typing? One of them runs like 20 minutes. I'm like, is this too long? I don't know. I am a fucking idiot. But they were my favorite steel type Pokemon of all time. Please let me know yours in the comments below. And more importantly, please let me know what type you want to do next. I'm thinking do Fairy because it's my least favorite typing, so it'd be quite cool of a list to make. I don't know, you'll have to let me know. But visuals, thank you so much for watching. You guys are literally the best. Steel types, done. We're done. Grass, water, fire, dark, steel, flying. We've done 6 already, so that's quite cool. We're smashing through these, aren't we? I'm enjoying doing this series. It may be dumb, it may be low quality, it may not be like flashy, but it's so much fun. But visuals, thanks for watching. You guys are the chefs. Always keep being you and keep on, keep it on.